So, I want you to lie on your belly for a moment. We've never started a class on our belly. Let's bring the changes. Rest your forehead on your hands or your arms. Give your pelvis a little shimmy left and right. Just release your lower back. And just take a moment to feel the weight of your legs, your pelvis. Let your belly hang out on the floor. Notice that as you breathe, the ribs expand into the floor and out to the sides and behind you. Two more deep breaths. And then just army crawl in a little bit and prop yourselves up on your elbows. And have a rock from side to side. And as you rock, just allow the weight to move across from one hip to the other a bit. But also as you pull across to the left, allow the right side of your waist to feel like it's stretching. And as you pull across to the right, let the left side stretch. So you're feeling just a little bit of maybe a tug from pelvis through to ribs. Press your shoulders down, ooze your heart forwards, look straight out in front of you or diagonally to the floor but not up. Just so that the head doesn't pinch the neck. If we look up, we'll just find the chin lifts. So looking down diagonally is a good place because the back of the neck is usually a bit longer in that position. And then slowly come down again. And I want you to go into the diamond press. So you're going to put your fingertips together, your thumbs together, and make that diamond shape with your hands. And then you're going to bring those hands down onto the floor with your elbows out to the side. You've also got a diamond from your fingertips to your elbows to your breastbone if you look down in front of you. Rest your forehead on that little plinth. Take a breath in. And as you push with the wrists, the forearms, the little fingers, peel up with your head, neck and breastbone. Ooze your heart forward, slide your shoulder blades down into the soft flesh of your waist. Your lower back should be free here. You should be able to wiggle it around. So it's an upper back extension. The work is in the upper back. It's an effort in your upper back. And then come down. Take another breath in. Go again. Push, peel, shoulders down, heart lifted, ooze forwards. Breathe in. And then down we come. And again, inhale. Push into the wrists, the forearms, the elbows. Open out the chest here. It's all very well sliding the shoulders down, but it's easy to pinch forwards. Feel like I've got my hands here and I'm just guiding your collarbones open so that you look broad across the front. You feel the upper back working a bit. Come down. So we're going to add on to that if you feel safe to. Inhale. Exhale, peel your way up. Now I want you to more strongly engage your tummy and a little bit of a bottom squeeze. So now it's like, okay, I can feel my back working, my tummy's going to lift, I can feel a bit of tension. Leave your elbows down. Now breathe in. Elbows stay down. Lift your hands up to your fingers up to your temples like a drawbridge. Are you drawing your shoulders down? Are you opening into your collarbones? Chest broad. So I want you to draw your shoulder blades towards each other. Hands come back down, take some of the weight and come down. Inhale. Go again. Peel, head, neck, breastbone, chest open, shoulders back. Squeeze your thighs, bottom tummy a bit. Inhale. Float the hands up, leave the elbows down. If it's pinching your lower back, just stay lower. Bring your hands down and come down. Those that want to, we're adding on. Inhale. Push down. Chest open. Check out your right shoulder. Really think about pulling it back and your shoulder blades sliding towards your spine. Then check out your left shoulder. Engage your thighs, your bottom, your tummy quite strongly now. Float up with your hands. Take a breath in. Maintain that height and lift your elbows a millimetre. You should be able to breathe here because you're breathing into your upper back. Not breathing into your belly. One more time. Elbows go down, hands go down, and lower yourselves down. Bring your arms down by your side. Relax your shoulders forwards. Another little wiggle of your hips. Curl your heels in. Swing them from side to side so your feet are just flipping around and you're releasing your lower back into a little twist. Then bring your legs down, relax them, arms by your side, shoulders hanging forwards, ready for the dart. Forehead pointing down to the floor, let your shoulders hang. Take a breath, engage your knees, your thighs, your bottom, your pelvic floor, your tummy. Nip your waist in. Your shoulders are hanging, your elbows are a little bit bent, backs of your hands are really weighty on the floor. Lift your head a centimetre. Feel how your lower back immediately starts doing some work. This is all good. Inhale. Exhale, glide the collarbones open. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. Let the elbows hang. Now begin to slide your hands on the floor towards your ankles, but keep your hands down. And check that as your arms become straighter that your shoulders don't round. You've got to make a bit of effort here. The lower part of your rib cage is almost tucked up. Those of us that like to shove into our mid-spine and flare our ribs, it's got to really work on that. And then if you feel safe to, lift your arms off the floor, reach your fingertips towards your feet. Collarbones are open, head in line, looking down, squeezing with the backs of your arms, backs of your shoulders, in between your shoulder blades. Mid-back working strongly, and release, turn your head one way. Nice. Take a breath in, and then turn your head to the floor again, let your arms hang. Breath in. Exhale, engage your pelvic floor, your thighs, your bottom, your tummy. Melt the collarbones open. Slide them towards each other so they're now more horizontal to the floor. The elbows are still saggy. Now straighten your arms down, backs of your hands slide along the mat. Please don't let your lower back pinch. If it is pinching, you want a little pelvic tilt. Lift your hands an inch off the floor. Reach, reach, reach. Can you feel that work? The tummy is slightly lifted. You've got your belly button trying to get off the mat. And relax down, turn your head the other way. Breathe in. Exhale, head to the centre. Let your shoulders flop forwards. Inhale again. Exhale, tighten your knees, your thighs, your bottom, pelvic floor, tummy. It looks like you're doing nothing. There's a lot of work already. Glide the collarbones open. Leave your elbows hanging. That's hard to do. Check out your right shoulder. Is it as far back as you can go? Check out your left shoulder. Is it as far back as you can go? Don't shove those ribs into the floor. It's the shoulders gliding back, not the ribs pushing down and the head lifting. Then straighten out your arms, leave them on the floor, but squeeze them. Inhale. Now this time, folks, you're going to lift your arms and legs, squeeze. Not that height. You've got your pubic bone, hip bones, ribs are on the floor. Reach. Legs are squeezing. Hold it. Hold it. Your tummy up. Get your shoulders back. And relax down. Let your head turn one way. Give your hips a little shimmy. So you can get off the bus whenever you want to. You could just have shoulder girdle gliding back. You can lift your arms. You can not lift your arms. You can lift your legs. You can not lift your legs. So it depends how you're feeling this morning. and what issues you've got going on. But how good to work the back of our bodies first thing. Turn your face down to the floor. Now we're adding on an arm sweep. So this time when your legs come up, you'll also sweep your arms out in front of you. Sweep your arms back and down. So, and you don't have to. Take a breath in. Let your shoulders hang forward. Now begin to tighten your knees, your thighs, your bottom, your pelvic floor a bit. Lift your head a centimetre. Inhale into your chest, ribs and back. Exhale, glide the collarbones open. Chest open. Inhale again. Exhale, slide your hands down along the mat, squeeze and lift. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze your legs and lift them. It's all low. Really stretch your big toe to the end of the room. Really put some length in those legs so the hips feel like they're being pulled. Now, with your tummy drawn in, you're going to curl your heels up to your bottom as you sweep your arms out to the side. Watch the shoulders don't rise. Reach your arms out in front of you. Your heels are curled in and flex your feet. Try and lift your knees a millimetre. If your back is pinching, you're going to have to do tail down at this point. Bit of a pelvic tilt. Draw your shoulder blades down away from your ears. And then as you take your arms wide again, straighten out your legs. Reach, reach, reach with your legs in the air, your arms in the air, head in the air. Stretch the top of your head away from your toes. And relax, turn your head the other way if you wish. One last time, looking down at the floor, let your shoulders hang. Inhale. Exhale, draw up on your knees, thighs, bottom, pelvic floor, tummy. Let the head lift a little bit. And then take another breath high into your chest and ribs. Exhale, glide the collarbones open. Visualize the right one, visualize the left one. Slide your hands down along the floor so the arms straighten. Still got the belly button trying to get off the mat. Inhale. Exhale, lift your legs and arms. It's not about height, it's about reach. Draw your shoulders down as you sweep your arms out to the side, curl your heels in. Flex your feet. Keep the knees parallel here. They'll want to ping out to the sides. Keep them hip width apart, point your knees down, as it were. Don't let them twist out. Shoulder blades drawn away from your ears, back of the neck lovely and long. Your tummy is up. Where are you going to breathe? Upper chest, upper back. Curl those heels in a bit more and then sweep your arms wide, reach your legs away. Come on, reach down with your arms. And release. Give your hips a wiggle. Oh yeah. Hands pop down next to your chest. Engage your pelvic floor and your tummy and your bottom. Use your hands. Push yourself up like a plank. Slowly take your bottom back. Release it towards your heels. Take your time. If you prefer a cat curl, please do. Let your head release. Have a little shimmy of the pelvis. And then uncurl your spine. Out onto your all fours. Now you can be, we're going to do triceps. If you want to be at the wall, please go to the wall. If you want to be box, that's fine. If you want to be half, that's fine. I want your hands flat. Spiral the inner elbow so it's facing forwards. Tighten your thighs and your bottom and your tummy. Draw your shoulders down. Smile at the mat. Here we go. Elbows in. Push the floor away. Elbows in. Push the floor away. Make it smooth. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your thighs tight and your bottom tight. And your tummy lifted. You're making a plank shape. If you're doing a box position, make sure your head is going in front of your fingers. If you're at the wall, again, head above fingers. Elbows in. Push away. Elbows in. Push away. Twice more. Once more. And sit back with your knees wide. Bottom goes back to heels. Reach out and sink your chest. Walk your hands in and curl your spine. Bring yourself back onto all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. You have a natural arch. And then pop your left fingertips just behind your ear. Draw your left shoulder down. So even though your hand is behind your ear, don't let the shoulder hunch up. Engage your tummy and twist open to the side of the room. Ooh, click, click, click. Still got a neutral spine here, so don't tuck under. Keep the natural arch and keep the tummy suspended. And then take that elbow towards the opposite wrist. Turn your chest towards your straight supporting arm. Weight forwards. Open out again. Inhale. Exhale, rotate elbow towards wrist. Inhale, open out. Exhale, keep neutral spine as you twist. One more time. Let your whole body move, not just your elbow. So when you turn towards your arm, let your left side of your chest turn towards your elbow. And then back to the centre. Release. Give me a brief cat curl. If your hands are getting sore, come up onto your knuckles. Rippling from tail to top. Oh, that feels good. Squeezing your bottom. Whee. Find the midpoint, neutral, tummy. Feel with your arm if you need to. Just feel the amount of arch you've got and think, yeah, that's about right. Pop your right hand, fingertips behind your ear. Twist open. Notice where the weight is under your knees. Don't let your body shift left, right. And then turn your elbow towards your wrist. Tummy drawn in. Turn your chest towards that bicep. Crikey, another click out and come back. Open out and lift. Exhale, twist. Open out and twist. And then twist towards. Keep the supporting arm straight. You're trying to splat your torso against that arm. Twice more. Open out. And back. Whoa. Keep the weight where it is. Open out. Twist elbow towards wrist. And then back onto all fours. Briefly a cat curl. Come down onto your forearms. And take hold of a ball if you've got one handy. Pop it behind your knee. So you're clamping it between your left calf and your left hamstring. Your neutral spine, your tummy is in. Let your head be in line. You could be on all fours, by the way. I'm just giving your wrists a bit of a break. So if you prefer all fours, that's fine. The leg is going to clamp the ball, so you're working your hamstring already. Keep the leg bent as it is, and then pivot and squeeze your heel up to the ceiling without your back dipping. So you've got this held feeling under the front. And then bring that back down. The knee skims the floor. Go again. Heel goes up. Bring it back down. And again, breathe out. Bring it back down. Now, don't let your knee twist. So when you get to the top, don't turn your hip out. Point it down. So the front of your pelvis on the left side doesn't twist open. Does that make sense? The underneath foot is relaxed. Your shoulders are drawn away from your ears. You're squeezing the ball so that the hamstring is gripping. Oh, it's good. Toning your bottom. Working with your tummy, working with your back. Shoulders are drawn down. Last three. Squeeze. Doesn't have to be fast. Last two. It's more about kind of the resistance en route that matters. Stay here and pulse, pulse, pulse. A little squeeze of your bottom and a slight let go. Don't just shove your knee around. Actually think, oh yeah, I'm tightening the bottom, slightly softening it, tightening. So you're engaging the muscle and then switching it off, on, off, on, off. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Take the ball out. Sit back again, knees you choose together or apart. But this time have your wrists on the ball. If it's a big one, this is a little bit easier. If you haven't got a ball, you'll just have to shrug your shoulders. But with the wrists and the forearms on the ball, so your fingers are sticking off the end, look down through your arms, and I want you to reach away so the shoulder blades come up around your ears, and then roll the ball towards you by pulling your shoulder blades down your back. Do that again, reach away. It's quite hard on a small ball because your hands are a bit narrow. So just a shoulder shrug. And then a deep press. letting the neck hang. Shoulder shrug. Feel the shoulder blades sliding up around your ears, and then draw them down towards your waist. Twice more. Shrug. Pull down. Once more, shrug. Slide them down. Release. Uncurly spine. Should we do the other leg or not bother? Ball. Behind. Woohoo! You can be on all fours if you prefer. You can come down onto your forearms. Either way is fine, as long as your shoulders are down, your head is in line, your neutral spine. Look at your legs if you want to and check you haven't swung the hips off to one side. Hips above knees. Flex the foot that's got the ball. Here we go. Squeeze your heel up. No twisting. Back down. The knee points down, the hip points down. So you're not skimming the wall with your knee. It's literally up and down. Make this pressing of calf onto back of leg, and as you press you've got to engage your tummy, so you're really isolating your glutes. So I'm quite excited because next, I think it's on Sunday, I do my bar training, bar Pilates. We are gonna have bottoms like rocks. Oh yeah. So you're going to need a chair for class. That can be your bar. And we're going to have great lower body strength. And maybe a little bit of foot cramp. Perfect for you and me, Richard. Squeeze up and down. Squeeze up. Keep your head in line. Shoulders away from ears. Squeeze up and down. Is it biting? Just one more. Come on, Erica. Stay here and pulse. Now it's a squeeze and a slight let go, and a squeeze and a slight let go. So it's very precise, very isolated. Your tummy is held. Your body is still. Come on, really think which muscle you're using. Back of your leg and your bottom. Feel them, visualise them, talk to them. Last 4. Come on, Joanne. 3, 2, 1. And release. Take the ball out, put it somewhere it's not going to run away. And then let's have a downward dog. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Palms flat, bottoms high, heel toe. Stretching into the back of your calves. Hamstrings. Ooh. And then leave your heels towards the floor if you can and have a sway from left to right. Now as you sway, you're literally, it's almost like you're kneading the floor. You allow your body weight to swing across from one hand to the other a bit. So it gives your shoulders a bit of relief, a bit of a rest. Everything we've done so far has been facing down. Swing your hips forwards, find your plank position. Now a plank could be on your toes, it could be on your knees, it could be on your thighs. You could be completely lying on your tummy. You can be on your forearms, you can be on your hands. You're drawing up on your knees and thighs. I want your feet together for this one. For change, draw up on your knees and thighs, squeeze your bottom, have a natural hollow in your lower back, scoop up your pelvic floor and your tummy, press your legs together, actively press them together, and then slide your shoulders down, head in line looking at the floor, modify it if you need to. If you're trembling, come down a bit, breathe. Now take a strong breath in. Those of you that can, lift your left leg. It could be a bent leg. You could be on your knees like like that with a bent leg. Yeah? Bring it back down. Change legs. You could be on your thighs with a bent leg. Now notice my hips went up there. That's cheating. Keep your hips where they were. Don't let them rise. Working the whole body here. Working your arms, your triceps, your shoulders, your bone density, your core, your legs. Bring it down. Come down onto your forearms if you weren't. Palms flat, Cossack style. Take a breath in. Twist to face me. You can have legs on top of each other. You could have top leg in front. You can be down on your knees. You can be like this. If you don't like being on your shoulders, please lie on your side and do the waist hitching move. Stay there. So the waist hitch is this, where you close the gap, release the gap. Close the gap in your waist, yeah? Stay there. I know, I'm being mean. Draw your shoulder down, Head back in line, don't have your head poking forwards. Retracting your chin, feeling the side of your waist working. 5, 4, I'm warm now. 3, 2, squeeze your knees. 1, come back into a plank. Hold it, feet are together. Keep the thighs strong, squeeze them in. Really strong legs here, like you've got bandages wrapped around from your knees to your bottom. Other forearm, here we go. Twist onto your other side. I'm turning away from you. Draw your shoulders down, look out to the side of the room. Hips are up, whether your knees are bent or you could be lying on your side, legs going up and down into a waist hitch. If it's poking into your elbow, press a bit more into the forearm. Just shift your whole body forwards a little bit to feel the pressure in the forearm. Or make sure you've got a cushion or a jumper or a towel underneath the elbow if it's sore. Draw up on your legs, squeeze your bottom, tighten your tummy. 5, 4, you can do it. 3, 2, 1. Come back into a plank, pop your knees down and release. Give your hips a little shimmy. And then from there, rolling onto your backs. So the whole class on your belly, apart from this bit. So you're going to have a ball. Those of you that want to use it, you don't have to. Then the ball is going to go under the back of your pelvis. Not your waist, but your pelvis. Now the red ones, or I say red, but the big ones are quite big. So if it feels too big, you can take it out or use a smaller one. Your feet will want to go wide for balance. Bring them into hip width. Feet flat, knees bent, hip width. Relax your shoulders by your side. Just take a moment to settle. That's nice, isn't it? Palms are turned up, shoulders are rolled back. Take a breath in for me. And then please lift your pelvic floor and your tummy. Feel the engagement across this low part of your belly. Feet start to feel lighter on the floor as if you're about to lift them, and your arms can stay by your side for now. So with those feet light, then there's a lot of effort going on already and we haven't even moved. Make sure you're not doming the tummy up, you're scooping it down. Soften your neck and your jaw and your face. Breathe in. Right knee leans out. Doesn't have to go far to feel a challenge. Up to the top, so your job is to keep your pelvis level. Left knee leans out. Inhale up to the top. Breathing out as you move. Coming up to the top, there's a little extra pelvic floor squeeze, and then exhale as you move. Try and hypnotize yourself with your breathing. There's no rush. If you did 20, you wouldn't be any stronger than doing 5 good ones. So it's not the quantity, it's the technique, it's the breath, it's the coordination, it's the isolation, it's the awareness that the static leg is static. It's the awareness that the static foot is flat and not counterbalancing or tugging in the opposite direction. Carry on, folks, and if you can, lift your arms an inch off the floor. We are working our obliques. Your diagonal tummy muscles are working in synergy with your back. You're going to be building a nice layer of inner strength here. One more pair. Exhale, go out. Inhale up. If the ball's throwing you off and you don't want it, just take it out. And then let's have a knee lift. Fold one knee up to the ceiling. Bring it back down and land like a feather. Fold the other knee in. So all we're doing is an alternating knee lift. It looks easy peasy lemon squeezy, but actually it's quite hard to coordinate the breath, the movement and the stillness without letting your ribs flare, without letting your face tense. Breathe. The foot that remains on the floor is light. Breathe. Now then, we had an outdoor class on Saturday. Mostly people's technique was bang on. Just a little bit on this. When people had difficulty with it, what we were finding, and I've seen this in class before now, is that when you lift a leg, if it's hard, the knee swerves across to the other leg and then does this sort of crescent moon shape. It's So I want you to make sure that when you lift your leg, your foot, your knee, your hip are tracking directly underneath that shoulder. They're not going into the groin, as it were. Now then, can you float your arms up and hug a tree? Some of you might want your arms on the floor for the transition to double legs. Some of you might not get to double legs, but how about lifting a leg, inhaling, folding the knee up and exhaling with the second leg, and then just managing that wobble. If you need your arms down, please put them down. Your feet don't go up in the air, they stay horizontal to the floor. And now we're going to dip a toe in a bowl of water without splashing. So you breathe in, exhale, take one foot to the floor, inhale, lift it, exhale, other foot to the floor, inhale, lift it. Again, watch the foot, knee, hip alignment. Inhale, lift, exhale, toe dip, inhale, lift. Let's do opposite arm, opposite leg. You might not wish to, your shoulders might not open out as far as mine, just kind of go with what you can manage. The arm going towards the floor over your head. But then once you've got this diagonal movement going, I want your brain to switch to diagonal stillness. I want you to focus on the still thigh and the still hand. The other ones will take care of themselves. Still thigh, still hand. Are we okay? Last 4. If you want to, you can start to move your feet away from your bottom a bit more. So you just start to make that a longer lever. One more. And slowly allow the knees to come up. Rock to the side. Take your ball out. Let's have a knee circle around. So I want you to massage the back of your SI joints and your spine, and then we're going to circle the other way around. Brilliant. Quite a bit of core work, quite a bit of waist work. You've done your triceps and you've done upper back, shoulder girdle, lower back, bottoms, hamstrings. Oh yeah. Take your feet to the floor, take your arms wide. Twist both knees to your left. You can have your knees apart or together, you decide. Let your head turn away from the knees. Now, if you wish to, in that position, your knees have gone one way. Bring the top knee up a bit more and with your hand hold the back of the knee joint. So your hand has just slipped behind your thigh and you let that knee go above the other one so it can drop lower. It might not suit your back. You might want your knees together. It might not suit your hips. You might want your knees together or even a cushion between your knees. If you've got kind of arthritis in your hips, then having the knees going across the groin isn't nice. It's usually the inside edge of a hip joint that gets impinged. Deep breath in, sighing out. Use your hand to push that knee up and let your body come back. Good. Couple of pelvic tilts. And then feet and knees together, shuffle them left or whichever way you didn't go, and then twist your knees the opposite direction. Turn your head away from your knees. Big belly breathing. Feel how that twist gradually settles. It starts in the lower back, don't you think? And then the waist. And then finally your ribs go, oh, okay, I can relax. And then your neck gets heavier. And finally the twist sort of unravels up your spine. If you wish, bring your top knee up higher. Take your hand behind the knee joint. Guide the knee across, lower it if you want to. Your foot can now dangle in the air or dangle to the floor. Might not suit you, please modify for your body. And get back in touch with the breathing now. Use your hand to lift that knee up, roll towards your back, lift the other knee, and then a couple of pelvic tilts. Bring your knees into your chest. Take a breath in. Lift your pelvic floor, curl up with your head, neck and shoulders. Now you're welcome to stay here, or those that want to, take your arms over your head, take your legs away. Sweep your arms wide and reach for your ankles. This is your last move. Stretch your legs away. Sweep your arms wide, reach for your ankles. See, stay curled up. Reach away, tighten your knees and front thighs. Sweep wide. I'm hitting the settee every time. Sweep wide. Welcome to my world. Reach. Have you noticed we've got a changed picture above the fireplace? We're going to play Spot the Difference this week. It's a picture that Ollie did for his A-level art, and we've finally had it framed. It's taken 2 years. Reach wide and in. Twice more. Look down. Waist imprinted. One more. And relax down. Let your head roll. Feet go to the floor. Take your legs away. Arms over. Let's have a full body stretch. So that means either a wriggle, or, as you know, I like to dig my heels in, squeeze my bottom in the air, reach away, and squeal like a pig. Flop. I do hope you're squealing in the privacy of your own home. Fantastic, folks. Roll onto your side. Use your hands to push yourselves up. How was that?